The Chamber is only hosting this forum so the voting public has a chance to meet the candidates. This is not a debate. Meet the Candidate Night is a forum so candidates can tell the public about themselves and answer questions from the public. So the way this is going to work, we're going to give them a few minutes to tell us about themselves. Then after that, we can all ask them questions, anything you want. When you want a question, come up, right up into the table, use the microphone. If you please give us your name and where you're from, and we'll go on from that. Every question you ask, each candidate will answer. So if you ask specifically one question, every one of them will have a chance to answer. So you give an answer from each one of the candidates so you know how they feel about any issue that does come up. All right? So no further ado, we're going to start and let the candidates, 5 minutes, tell us about themselves. Mr. Beck, you're first, and we'll go right down the road, please.
Hello, my name is David Beck. I've been a resident of Colcord now for, all my life. You'll have to excuse me, I get nervous in front of people, but I've owned my own business now for the little tire shop up here for 8 years. I've run some other businesses in Telephone that had several employees. And before all that, I worked construction and run some crews for my brother. Been a member of the Bethel Homeless Church now for 21 years. Man, I don't know. I do this. I get lost for words. I'm sorry, guys, but I've just been seeing a lot of stuff going on in the county that I'm not real pleased with. I think there can be a lot of improvement done just by managing your man hours and managing the money. And I guess that's all I got. I'm sorry, I just blacked out.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for inviting us down here tonight. I think this is a great opportunity for the voting public to get to meet all the candidates. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Roger Gatewood. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, primarily raised right here in District 3, Delaware County. I grew up over here on top of Flint Hill. I graduated high school right here in Colcord, the class of 1994. In fact, I think the last time I crossed this stage was to receive my diploma. I'm a faithful follower and servant to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm a husband to my wife Ashley, and I'm the father to 4 amazing children we share. My professional career includes retail management, production management, shipping management. I'm a professional driver, certified firearms instructor, and a devoted firefighter and first responder. My personal values: I'm pro-Constitution, I'm pro-life, I'm pro-economic growth, I am pro-farmers and ranchers, I am pro-teacher and education, I am pro-veteran, I'm pro-family, and I'm pro-small business. As I've proven with the management roles that I've held and the ranked positions that I've served in the fire service, if I'm elected as your next commissioner, I believe that I can bring to the table honesty, loyalty, integrity, transparency, commitment, social skills, communication skills, self-motivation, and leadership. As a commissioner, I want to highlight the natural beauty and all the other cool stuff that we have right here in our county, such as Natural Falls over in West Salome, Mid-American Park and J, the Lake of the Grand Lake, Lake Uchi, Flint Creek Water Park, the Tower Museum right here in Colcord, even the buffalo that's roaming around on our Indian territory over by Kenwood. These are all great things that people need to come and see. So I want to make Delaware County a place that people want to come and visit and a place they want to live. I think it's important for the people to realize that the commissioner is more than just a roads guy. There's a lot more to this position, a lot more responsibility in the county. So with that being said, I'll touch on some of the things I would like to see for the next commissioner. I think it's time we put someone in this office that's going to put boots on the ground. It's gonna not be afraid to go out and hit the front lines with their crews, but also is willing to put on the tie and go commingle and build relationships with the people that's got money and try to bring that money back to our county and make us more prosperous. As commissioner, I believe you need to be available to the public. After all, ultimately, that's who we work for. Commissioner needs to be able to assemble a team and know how to delegate authority. I think Commissioner needs to educate the public on how we can keep the money right here in our county. Commissioner needs to keep the public in the know. Let them know about the projects you're working on. Let them know about your staffing, your equipment, your materials, and even your budget. Commissioner needs to maintain a close liaison with the municipalities in all of District 3. Commissioner needs to be willing to put in the long hours to do the tedious work, such as grant writing, doing reports, structuring budgets, and so on. I think the commissioner needs to have people skills, and so they can build relationships with the surrounding county commissioners, with the mayors, the Cherokee Nation. We don't need another commissioner that's out here politicking during the election years, and then once they get elected, they go hide somewhere and we never see them again throughout their whole term. We need somebody that's going to be out in front of the public. My commitment to you is to always be available and work diligently to keep you in the know. Thank you for your time. I'll be more than happy to elaborate on any of these topics.
Hello, my name is Charles Smith. I live south of here, Colcord. I was raised here. During the high school years, I worked summer for my dad's construction company. We took some fields and everything. It's just a summer job, so I was engaged and I had to have year round, so I got a job engaged. I retired there after 32 years. We had a hen farm from 93 to the present. When I retired at 16, I acquired another farm. In 18, we went ahead, bought a franchise out of Texas and moved it to Whitfield for cupcakes. So we use cupcakes. Go buy some cupcakes. But, you know, my main objective, and everybody, 99% of people I talk to, it's about the road. I mean, they don't care about getting down here and seeing, they want their road fixed. So I'm more of safety. I got a 14-year-old granddaughter that we drive through. And I'm afraid for her to drive up and down these roads. They're for them. My first step is safety of worlds in that county. Build the road up. Graders ain't got nothing in it. They have got nothing to grade on it. They're down on solid rock. So they're tearing equipment up trying to grade these roads. So they got 4 road graders. I have 1 road grader doing with the dump trucks, building roads up, another 3 grading roads. The way I figured it up, about every month, the other 3 road graders should be able to finish it. There's about 440 miles. 400 of it is dirt road, so you just kind of figure. You get 3 graders, about every 19 days they do it, and you got to deal with the main vehicles and everything else. You know, and the budget, I don't know if those people know, the budget's based off of car tax and gasoline tax. That's all we get. Then we got to get grants to create the gateway for it over the road in the Cherokee Nation. The Cherokee Nation is big. That's my main objective. That, and make sure we don't get sued the courthouse again for stupid. They've been doing good stuff right now. They got rid of somebody, so hopefully that'll stop our lawsuits. We got good ones sitting right now. So, but that's my main objective for now.
Hello, I'm Blake Stanley Jr. Everybody knows me by Bucks. Bucks Stanley, that's what everybody knows me by. Okay. First of all, like I said, I've lived in the Oaks area about 43 years. Graduated Oaks High School in 1979. Married the love of my life, right back there. We've been married 43 years this July. Raised 3 kids. I retired from the Oaks Fire Department for 20 years, 14 years of that was under the assistant chief of the fire department. Spent 31 years, 31 hard years in Cherokee County, running a road grade. And People, let me tell you, 31 years, a road grader will tear you to pieces on these dirt roads that we got. And I'm real fortunate to still be here. That's beside the point. The thing about it is, we've got to get these roads up, maintainable, try to get them fixed. It's not going to happen overnight. And it may not happen for the first year, maybe the first 2 years, because people, our roads is in sad shape. I mean, it's not just here at Colcord, not at Sandusky, not at Kenwood, at Reach, it's the whole district. I mean, these guys have been driving on these roads. They can vouch for you. It's not just in your area. It's not just down here south. The orchard down in here, those roads are terrible. Yeah, but they're everywhere. And my main objective is, we got to go find some money. I mean, everybody knows, yeah, we all hear that. That's the problem here. This county does not have a sales tax specified for county roads. Okay? We got to get that. Like I said, I started down in Cherokee County in 1980. We passed a 1 cent sales tax in 1988. 8/10 of a penny went to the county, 2/10 went to the sheriff's department. In 1990, I got a brand new John Deere. And I had a brand new one every 3 years until the day I retired. And that's what a sales tax can do for you. And I'm not saying I'm here to try to pass any sales tax on y'all, but people, until this county gets something coming in, these roads is going to be a mess. Because what they got, 3 graders running here in this district, over 400 miles of dirt road. Guys, we had 6 graders in Cherokee County with about a little over 400 miles. And it was hard to keep up with 6. We run them in pairs. It was hard to keep up. I graded from Black Fox Holler to Pegs. You know, that was my route. From the movie, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. I went from Black Fox Holler, from the movie, from the Pegs. That was my route. I had 89 miles. You know, when I was running by myself. But people, we got to get some roads fixed, some dirt hauled, and try to make people happy. That's my main objective for running the county commission. Is we got to do some fixing on some roads. Thank you.
Does anybody from the public have a question?
I guess I'll start. Each one of you talked about having jobs and stuff to do. Can all of you take time to be a commissioner? So give us a short, concise answer. What are you going to do to be a commissioner and take the time to do it? Let's start with number 2.
Start with me?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, for me that's easy. In the last few years, my family's been blessed and I've been able to step out of an over-the-road career. And I'm driving part-time right now to keep, an income coming in. But the commissioner position, if I was to be elected, it will be my sole job. I do own a firearms business that I teach concealed weapon and personal protection and situational awareness. But that's a business that I can do on the weekends, I can do on my own time, spare time. So yes, for me, the commissioner position would be my primary job and my primary source of income.
Thank you. Mr. Schmidt?
Yeah, between the 3 places, I run the farm and my wife runs the store. We've got managers there now, so we got 5 full-time, 4 part-time employees. She's gonna come back and watch the farm, which she's done for 25 years while I work at the gate. So we can do that, no problem. It won't take 7 days. I'm a farmer, I can work 7 days, it don't bother me. Well, that's what this job says, 9 days. So I got my arm going off, they got phone calls, same thing.
Thank you.
Well, let me tell you, I'm retired. I got a lot of time. I become elected county commissioner. My goal the courthouse be first, okay? Whatever we gotta do up there. And I don't, you know, it doesn't matter whether we elect one of us four is gonna be elected, okay? Whoever who gets elected, that courthouse is gonna be a learning process. Whoever who gets elected, okay? If I get elected to be county commissioner, when I'm not in that courthouse, you will see me on the road with the crew, wherever we got a project going, where I can make sure that that's done to my best that I know how to do it. And I got 31 years. Just remember that. And I think I got a little bit of advantage. Thank you.
Mr. Beck?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to close my shop down. I'm getting a lot of pushback from it, but you know, I mean, like they said, it's a full-time job. It's gonna take a lot of hours of your own time to try to straighten stuff up. I thought, you know, every Tuesday I've been going to the meetings, and I spent most of my day over there, you know, anyway, so you know, I already know a lot about what it's gonna consist of. I didn't want to go into this blind and not knowing for sure what to expect, so I've been trying to train myself and kind of learn. I know I kind of clammed up, you know, at first when I'm not good at talking about myself is my problem, but I don't like to build myself up. I've never been that person, but that's just all I got.
Thank you. The public have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
What would your criteria be for determining which road would be fixed first? Or plan? I mean, I keep
Start
telling my
with Mr.
husband,
Smith.
I just rely on Conley right now, he knows which road works, but you can start in any spot in this county, you know. I mean, it's just that bad everywhere on our dirt roads, I mean, people don't realize they live in highway. You start going across the dirt road, you're not going. That's,
Well, that's kind of a hard question, man, to answer, because, like I say, it's just not here in Colcord, it's everywhere in the district, and we just have to go this place, go that place. Somebody calls in, we'll be there, we can get it, you know, to try to fix these places, to get the water off the road. Okay, we've got ponds, the road, got ponds in them. I've drove in them for 100 yards up to your fender this year recently. And those are some of the spots that I'm going to target first. We gotta get the water off the road, we gotta get the drainage. We'll get that done, we're gonna build it up. We got to get the water off the road. If we have to, we put in a thing on it, you know. But that's the main part. And when we put in these tin on, I've been looking at a lot of them. Some of them don't look like they've been in there very long, they've already got the heating for it, I'll put a road grader. Okay. The road grader man knows what he's doing. He can clean that tin horn out in a heartbeat. He knows what he's doing. He don't have to get off with a shovel. He knows what he's doing. If he can get to that tin horn with that blade, he can clean it out. If he knows what he's doing. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta fix these bad spots. I'm talking about the big ponds in the roads. I mean, everybody can relate. Everybody's got them. I mean, I don't care where you live. Everybody's got these big ponds in the roads. And that's some of the main things that I would fix first. Thank you.
Mr. Beck?
Both elaborating on something I've often thought about, and that's drainage on these roads. That's a lot of the problem, is there's no drainage. Over by my mom's place, the hills are like this. They'll pull gravel from one side, and you never know which side of the road the ditch is gonna be on. Well, when I grew up, there was ditches on both sides of that road to handle the water. You know, I'm just using that for an example. I mean, all the dirt roads are bad. In my business, I have to go out and look at people's cars, and I don't care which road you get on, they're bad. You know, and I'm going to elaborate on something though. I've had a lot of people question me about New House Ranch Road. I do know the money is still there. They have appointed David Poindexter on the board right now to try to get something done where they get a bridge across there and figure out how they're gonna route that road. I thought, Mrs. Pruitt left us in a bind. She don't want that road to cross her. So she's really left us in a bind on that deal. And right now, until another commissioner is elected, David has took that up, and he's supposed to meet with them on the 27th to see what they can do.
Try to stay on point with your question, ma'am. Put it in perspective, I don't know if you can see this map, but we are, District 3 is the largest area in the county. That being said, just as these guys have talked about, the roads are bad from one end to the other. I mean, it doesn't matter what part of this district you go in, you're gonna find bad roads. To prioritize that, there's no way that anybody up here can sit here and tell you that they're gonna do that. If they do, it's not possible. They've gotta be able to see what we got as resources. I mean, right now, in our county barn, we have 3 grader operators. That's what they're working with right now. They have 2 truck drivers, 1 mechanic, 1 secretary, 1 road foreman, and 2 floaters. That's the staffing, okay? What do we got on equipment? No, you know, we don't know until we get in there and see what we got. So those resources are gonna have to be, you know, once we get in the office, see what you've got available before you can put together a plan for that. Now, as far as tackling the roads from one end to the other, I feel like personally, my personal opinion is they need to be fixed right. You know, we need to quit patching. We need to quit hauling gravel in, throwing it down, and then we just beat it right back out. You know, the roads need to be fixed right. If that takes breaking it down into corridors, and you start at this side of the project, on this side of the county with the project, and you complete it, and then you move on. But to do that, I think we need to keep the public in the know, and let them know what we're working on and where we're moving. So I hope that answers your question. And just kind of give you perspective, the size of the counties right now. In District 2, Callahan's got 5 grader operators and 5 graders. He's got this corridor right here in the pink color, split up into 5 corridors in this district. And it takes his grader operators 6 weeks to make a full turn in their corridor. We've got 3 grader operators to run the purple district down here. So it kind of tells you how far behind the 8 ball we are on that. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Have a question?
Money management seems to be the 2 biggest problems with our county right now. How are you gonna address them? I realize that we've got tags,
Go ahead, speak in.
we've got tags bringing in some money, and we've got some taxes bringing in a little bit of money, but it's not enough. So how are we gonna address the financial needs for our county?
Well, to try to answer your question, like Mr. Gatewood said a while ago, you gotta put on a shirt and tie, and you go to Oklahoma City, and rub with the big boys. I've been to Oklahoma City for those meetings, back in the middle '90s. I know it's probably changed a lot since then, but I've been to those meetings and seen what goes on. And you gotta get in there and apply for that money, and you gotta get in there and apply for these grants. I'm not talking about, you got a lot of federal grants, you got a lot of state grants, and one-time grants. If you apply for this one-time grant, whether you get it or not, that's it. You can't apply for it again. You need to apply for these grants that's continuing. Every year, they come around and you can apply for it. If you apply for these one-time grants and get it, that's it. You gotta keep them applying for these grants that keep it coming available every year. And gotta go from there. You know, we gotta get some money in here so we can put people to work, and try to get these roads better for everybody in this district. Did that answer your question, any, sir?
Not really, we know we need money.
Yes, yes, sir.
I wanna know how we're gonna get it. Have you
Well-
got a grant writer on your staff that's gonna participate?
Well,
in these
yes, sir.
grants?
Yes, sir, the county commissioner is not a grant writer, I can tell you that. You know, you gotta have a grant writer come with you. And you gotta have a guy that knows what he's doing. I've got one. Okay? And we've been looking. And in the last 7 years, there's nothing been wrote through the state, through the federal grant system in this district. There's nothing been applied for in this district in the last 7 years. Matter of fact, Mr. Duncan was the last one that applied for any kind of grant in this district. And I don't know what he applied for, but his name's on there. Okay? But there's nobody else's name on there where they applied for it. And yes, we can rely on Cherokee Nation, but Cherokee Nation has only got so much money that they can allow their councilmen in their district, that they gotta spread it out. They can't just say, hey, I'm gonna give you all my money. They can't do that.